What's up, buddy?
Hey, man. I think now. Do you realize now? Do you realize now why I left this whole community for like a month and a half?
I do. Oh yeah, really. I trust me. I totally realize it.
I can't believe
it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
But here's the deal. Remember a while back when people before they spoke anywhere had to come out and say that they checked their white privilege and they apologized for it. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's almost like now before you say anything about News Now Houston, you have to go, I do not like him. He is a this, and that. And what I'm about to say does not mean I support him. And it's almost like you have to say that before you even say anything about him. Or else people get all butthurt.
Yep. But it's not like you have to. I mean, you have to. You absolutely have to. Or else you'd be called a water carrier. You'd be called carrying somebody's water for them.
Yeah, it's like if you roast them and light fire to them, you're carrying water.
Yep. So exactly what happened to me today.
Holy shit.
Yep. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. That's one of the reasons I'm calling. That's one of the reasons I'm closing down the Drama Dome.
It's not even worth having a general talk show anymore. That's why I do subject matter now. I don't want open discussion anymore. It's not even worth it.
Nope, it's not.
God, I'm so tired of it. It's like every day, someone else is butthurt. Who's the new butthurt today? Who got their feelings? Holy shit. It's like we need a list. Check in if you had your ass hurt today. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. And literally, Steve, I was sent an email with a report number and some details of the report as far as what city, state, and the deputy's number and badge number and a place to call and an email address. And I asked to redistribute it, so I did that. Well, it led back to this Houston shit. I didn't know where the fuck it was leading to. I didn't look at it before I fucking did. I just put it out there. Fuck. I was asked to, so I did it.
You should know everything pertaining to News Now Houston before you even talk about that. If a case number comes up, you should be able to identify it instantly and say, that's News Now Houston. I won't touch it. Because it's like it's off limits to everybody except for the butthurt.
It's fucking it's wicked.
And I don't personally have a problem with Teresa. But it's like, holy shit, is she the keeper of all that is bad? I mean,
with Houston, yes.
Well, why? Is she the only one that's been hurt by the guy? No. There's a lot of people have, but some people just kind of let it go. They know he's a piece of shit. Everybody knows he's a piece of shit.
Right.
So it's not like it has to be reiterated. Oh, remember, before you speak about him, remember, he's a piece of shit. You got to remember that. Of course we know he's a piece of shit. It's kind of like waking up and going, okay, it's daylight. Well, of course it is. You're up. It's daytime. Of course it's daylight. You don't have to say it.
No, it's dark. Or maybe I'm just blind. I must be blind. I'm sorry.
I don't understand it. I mean, this community regurgitates so much shit. Why?
And people can say I regurgitated this morning with all that shit. Look, I didn't know about all that. I heard something similar to it, but I never heard everything. What there was talked about it. Apparently, according to some people, it was all debunked in Discord and blah 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 blah. It's debunked by who? Who are they to investigate anything?
And who's the authority?
I don't know the truth.
Who's the authority? Huh? That's just it. Is she the authority on News Now Houston? Is that what it is? I'm trying to figure this out. Are we supposed to check in with her before we post anything about him to make sure it's accurate according to her?
That's what I don't know.
I want to know because in case I do it in the future, I don't get in trouble.
It's just fucking crazy. And then what really pissed me off, Steve, is the fact that in part of Houston's video, he went and talked about something that was a tragic thing that happened to Teresa. Okay, I'm not going to get into elaborate on it. I'm sure everybody probably
Yeah,
knows what I'm talking about. Okay,
terrible.
when that started to talk, he started talking about. I immediately stopped the fucking video and made a direct comment. I don't believe that she had anything to do with it. I'm not going to sit here and let it be talked about, and I skipped over it due to that fact. But according to her, I talked about it, and now she's going to go after my child.
Did someone else report to her that you talked about it? Because there's no way she could have heard that and said, oh, he was talking about me badly. I don't get it. Someone must have reported to her and she took it hook, line, and sinker.
Well, that's her fault, not mine. Because there's definitely no way happened. I mean, as soon as that came up, I put a stop to it right there. That's we ain't doing that.
But I don't understand if she did that, but isn't she the keeper of all don't speak unless you have proof?
That's true.
Okay. So is that what happened? Because there's no way she could say that without finding some kind of proof, correct? I mean,
Correct.
if we're going to do that for everything that comes out of our mouths, we're not allowed to speak according to her unless we have proof and back up everything we say. Then she needs to be held accountable for the same.
I agree.
Because that's bullshit. I mean, if she's going to accuse you for something, then she needs to pop the video up and then tell everybody this is the proof. Until then, she shouldn't talk about it. If that's her standard, she pushes on everyone else.
Now, Teresa lost a daughter in the fire and a granddaughter. And I had heard the story. She said that the daughter's ex-boyfriend had burned the house down, blah, 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 blah. I really didn't think too much of it at the time. But as Teresa's behavior became more and more erratic, I pulled the file. And I talked to some officers that were involved in the case. And basically what they got was they cleared the ex-boyfriend within 24 hours. He was 2.5, 3 hours away working on a job site with 20, 25 other people. They really only had 2 suspects in the case. Teresa and her husband, Ross, who lived 4 houses away. Now, initially I found that hard to believe that Teresa would be involved in something like that. Her husband, Ross, I don't know him. I am aware that he has a drug habit, or did have. I don't know what he has now because I don't talk to Teresa. But I just thought it was hard for me to believe that they would be involved in something like that. I mean, who would be involved in murdering their own children? That concept